Alright, I'm here on the show to talk about the AP poll for college football. I'm here to give my reaction to the top 25 AP poll for week 2. There's not really many changes, really, to be honest, here for the AP poll. But yeah, there's not really many changes besides, obviously, you had Clemson lose and LSU ranked teams. Other than that, everybody else here is undefeated still. But yeah, let's really get the top 25 here. At number 1, we have, obviously, the Georgia Bulldogs. I guess we'll go over some other stuff. So, some new teams in the top 25. It only took 1 week for Deion Sanders to get Colorado into the AP Top 25 College Football Poll after their stunning win over number 17 TCU. The Buffaloes have entered the rankings. I'll just say it now at number 22. Florida State won convincingly in the week's only top 10 matchup, routing what was then number 5 LSU 45-24. In the preseason, top 4 won pretty comfortably. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and Alabama, but though Ohio State's not in the top 4. So yeah, so now let's fully into the rankings here. Now, officially. Georgia Bulldogs, obviously number 1. They started the year number 1. They're 1-0, coming off a 48-7 victory over UT Martin. Who? But yeah, that was Georgia. They set a record for most consecutive wins in school history with 18. So I guess it's a stat to know. And their next game's against Ball State on Saturday, so it's going to be 2-0 Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, there's really nothing else to say because they played a trash team. The Michigan Wolverines come in at number 2, also 1-0. They're coming off a 30-3 win against East Carolina. Blake Corum is really, really good with his rushing touchdown, 32nd in his career, and he's tied for the most active among FBS players. So yeah, Blake Corum's so good, man. He's gonna be a good running back in the NFL level. But their next game Saturday against UNLV. Alabama moves up 1 spot in the AP poll. They're coming off a 56-7 defeat against Middle Tennessee to improve to 1-0. Jalen Milroe looked pretty good in his first game. We'll see how he does against a ranked opponent in Texas this Saturday, which should be a fantastic matchup, Alabama and Texas. But yeah, Alabama moves up 1 spot. Florida State moves up 4 spots in the AP poll into the top 5. Coming off a 45-24 defeat of LSU, who was in the top 5 at the time. Wide receiver Keon Coleman, Michigan State transfer, had 2 contested touchdown catches, 3 scores overall, and now has a FBS best 9 contested catch touchdowns since the start of last season. He's so good in contested catches. They have such a good receiving corps with Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson. They got a really experienced offensive line and a great quarterback in Jordan Travis. Ohio State drops down 2 spots to number 5 in the AP poll. Yeah, they didn't really look good against Indiana, especially that quarterback Kyle McHugh. Yeah, he looked terrible. That's going to be the concern, in my opinion, for Ohio State this season, is the quarterback play. I just don't like their quarterback play this season. With Kyle McHugh, whatever his freaking name is, the dude is just not good. And that's going to be the concern about Ohio State, is their quarterback play. If that's why they lose some games this season, it's going to be quarterback play. But they did 123-3, but really wasn't impressive. USC is 2-0. They won their first 2 games of the season. They're coming off a 66-14 defeat against Nevada. And their next game is against Stanford, a 10:30 game on Fox, so that could be a game to watch for a possible upset. But yeah, Caleb Williams is so good, man. Penn State coming off a 38-15 defeat of West Virginia. West Virginia's going to be so bad this year. Anyway, Penn State is a good team. Drew Allard, they actually have a good quarterback. 325 yards, 3 touchdowns, his first career start. And their defense is going to be good this year. Penn State, I think, is actually be a legit top 10 team. People question why they're in the top 10. I get it, but I think they can actually be a top 10 team. Next, Washington Huskies at 8. Coming off a 56-19 defeat of Boise State behind Michael Penix Jr. Number 9, Tennessee, they've sneaked their way into the top 10 in the rankings, coming off a 49-13 defeat of Virginia. Joe Milton with a really great game in the second half, especially. Notre Dame is at 10. I'm just going to quickly go through the rest of the rankings. I don't want to make this too long of a video. Texas Longhorns at 11. Notre Dame's at 10. The Utah Utes at 12. Oregon Ducks at 13. LSU to 14. Falling at 9 spots after that loss to Florida State. Kansas State to 15. Oregon State moves up to 16 in the rankings. North Carolina to 17 in the rankings. Oklahoma Sooners at 18. Wisconsin Badgers at 19. And Ole Miss at 20. Duke Blue Devils up to 21 after their shocking upset against Clemson. Colorado Buffaloes at 22. Coming off their upset in week 1 over TCU. Texas A&M at 23. Tulane Green Wave at 24. And Clemson drops down to 25 in the rankings after their stunning defeat against Duke. Which is a pretty bad loss. Too many turnovers, red zone turnovers. But yeah, that's the top 25 AP poll for week 2. But yeah, we'll see how Duke and Colorado do after moving up to the rankings. With Duke playing their first game ranked against Lafayette, and then Colorado against Nebraska. 2 pretty easy opponents for these newly ranked teams. But yeah, it's all to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time I'm out. Peace.